Forever is a mighty long time. Forever skies will hopefully linger as long. Hello Space Monkey, you're watching Space Crazy. Welcome to the channel and to our regular news roundup. Here you'll find news around any kind of science fiction game, especially if it has to do with space. If something happened last week in your favorite SF game and we missed it, be sure to tell us in the comments and we'll add the game to our list. My name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. Tons of short news this week, with our main news having to do with Forever Skies, a game we'll review next week, by the way. I'll keep this introduction short and start right away. Elite Dangerous released a new paid ship into the game called the Corsair, a medium-sized ship. At the same time, the team released an update fixing issues like construction sites in non-English languages not being seen by English-speaking versions, some issues with mining and issues with paint jobs and decals. Your avatar won't get exhausted anymore in social spaces and hangars, some issues with buttons and controllers were fixed, problems with the UI and renaming were eliminated, and some software crashes were corrected. A lot of issues with languages were also corrected, and they end up their list making clear that they are still tweaking the system colonization, so expect changes in that anytime in the future. Empyrean got a hotfix restricting the structure ownership transfer we talked about last week, see the link up there, to players no more than 500 meters away, and correcting an issue with the Hecaton race. Imagine Earth released their newest DLC called Galaxies, allowing you to colonize, well, galaxies. You can either play on Endless mode, which is like a completely free way of playing, use different steps in a campaign, get a whole galaxy under your rule, or play a 4-planet story campaign. The DLC adds enhancements like a space capsule, extensions providing special abilities for your city centers, or an orbital lift. The Galaxies DLC is available on Steam and consoles. On Steam it's priced at €3.59 USD for a short while before it raises to its normal price of €4 USD. We'll have a review of the DLC on the channel soon, by the way. The not yet released Star Rupture has seen some changes driven by the community's feedback, changing the shooting mechanics and adding drones to improve the logistics. As we said last week, Astrobotanica opened up their Kickstarter this week, which already has 470 backers to a total amount of €17,000 out of the 29,000 the team wants to reach, which is good news for them and us. Helldivers 2 got a teeny tiny hotfix fixing the autocannon reload. Forever Skies will end early access next week, and better subscribe to the channel if you want to know more about it, review incoming, and in lieu of that they are releasing some hotfixes, adding translations, fixing bugs pertaining co-op sessions, some graphics issues, adding research parts to the Underdust locations, and the temporary camp biome, and a specific sound for a player passing out. As if it wasn't embarrassing enough to pass out just like that. And an important bug was corrected where the game would erroneously remove the whole stack when you consumed one item in a drop stack while giving you only the boost from one item. Speaking about items, item collisions within the ship have been corrected, including collisions that happened while the ship was moving. And if you encountered one of the many bugs having to do with discoveries, these should be solved now. At least a whole bunch of them did. Also, energy crystals can be found in a couple of biomes more than before. Garden pots will now hopefully always be watered by the sprinklers above them. You can put garden pots nearer together, and some changes to research and crafting were done. Many biomes saw changes where resources and creatures appear, with some added and some removed, and the virus got the name Grey Plague. Also, a ton of changes of your flying base were done, with stair room dimensions dimensions adjusted or a change in objects selected in the inventory for better visibility added among a big list of changes. See the link in the video description for the whole list. All these changes mean not only that Forever Skies is still being adjusted and as far as we can see made better, but that any tips, locations and information on older videos using the early access version are not as helpful anymore as they once were. I'd curse at developers of the game, but on the other hand, I can't curse a team that is improving the game continuously, right?